Hello guys, I have prepared for you general material about very rare equipment such as Pegasus II. The motherboard and the processor card are classified as a new generation Amiga. The motherboard with the processor was sold in 2003 by Genesis. The first version of Pegasus has problem with one of the chips and the transmission related to DMA. Fortunately, the second version is devoid of these problems. The motherboard was released with two PPC G3 and G4 processor cards. The first processor runs at 600 MHz, the next one at 1000 MHz. I became too happy owner of a board with a G3 processor. I sent a greeting for Slavek, the previous owner of my Pegasus. He really wanted the equipment to be renovated and put into good hands. I hope he will not be disappointed. The computer has a set of standard connectors available in this type of equipment from the first decade of the 21st century. The kit was designed by people cooperating with FES5, the designed card from the PowerPC family for Amiga. The motherboard has an integrated music card, firewires, USB and two network cards. We can connect to the motherboard a graphic card through the AGP connector and other cards with a PCI connector. It is a good and cheap solution. A lot of such cards are available on the market. Pegasus II as the development of Amiga computers can run under Linux, Morph OS or Amiga OS. Officially, the hardware supports Amiga OS 4.1 Final Edition. It's a development of the classic Amiga system. A large number of the PCI expansion cards and AGP graphic cards are supported. The most powerful card supporting 3D graphic is the Radeon 9200 family. You can install faster graphic cards but without 3D support. We do not have drivers available for 3D. In addition, I installed a Sound Blaster Live 5.1 sound card in my Pegasus II, which is supported by multi-channel sound. I also have a USB 2.0 controller because there is only USB 1.1 on the motherboard. I placed the motherboard and the processor board in a Jazzbow UMX3 case, which is perfect for micro ATX format boards. It's made of aluminum and glass. Additionally, it has efficient controller fans. The processor card does not require additional cooling, but I installed a 40mm Noctua fan. The equipment is powered by very efficient 550-watt Sensonic power supply. It's of course a very large reserve of power, but I care about the most comfortable operation of this equipment. I use Apple keyboard and mouse as peripherals. Stylistically, they match all equipment and are made of a good quality level. I made the transparent stickers for the housing myself from self-adhesive foil. If you want to support the development of my channel, you can buy a set of stickers on my eBay profile. Various color versions are available to match both dark and light casings. The link of the auctions is placed under this video. The Amiga OS 4.1 Final Edition system is very stable. After registering on the publisher's website, I download all the updates. The system is very nice. We have a lot of software available. We have full control over this system, unlike Windows system leaves many processes beyond the user's decision. Nowadays, I miss system with such philosophy as for Amiga OS 4.1. Additionally, if you have user Amiga system such as 3.5 or 3.9, you will easily find your way to the new one. As you can see at the moment, FPS from the 80s are not a major challenge for this configuration. Heretic is one of my favorite titles of this type. See yourself that the game works great. In the future, I will try to make more dedicated materials for this equipment regarding graphics, music and DTP programs. In the material I showed a few aspects of the system itself, how it opens large photo formats and plays music files. Another first-person shooter title will be Duke Nukem. The game looks great, however, for this game I have not configured the sound card settings, for which I apologize. I was so impressed that I forgot how to jump on the higher platforms. I leave you with this very good title. The next title will not be PC game conversion as before. I will show you a nice game in terms of graphics and sound. It has been prepared especially for the Amiga OS 4.1 system. I believe that the game has an Amiga atmosphere and refers to the arcade adventure games released on Amiga in the 90s. This is not my favorite type of game, but I think it's worth seeing how it's present itself. The loading time you can see is real. Evaluate for yourself how this title looks like.
The verse flows throughout Aquaria, through each ripple and wave, through every living being. The verse binds us all. back as I can remember, I came to this place to think. This cave was my sanctuary. Here the verse was so focused that I could feel it humming in the stones around me. If I called out in song, the cave and its creatures would dance to my tune. If I had stayed there, I might have found peace. But eventually, loneliness and restlessness drove me away.
The last game I show is the classic point-and-click game. The title of the Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis is, in my opinion, a great title that is hard to ignore. I finished the game in every way possible. There are several types of endings. I did this in the 80s on my Amiga 500 without a hard drive. The game took 12 floppy disks and ran quite slowly on the Motorola 68000 processor. Personally, I love the classic Amiga versions. The game is very funny. See for yourself that the introduction to the game looks like. I say goodbye to you and invite you to the next material dedicated to the new generation Amiga. Best wishes, take care.
These books don't look familiar. Uh-oh. Better get that roof checked. An imitation of fast. Cat God is a I'll be. Here's what I've been searching for. Strange looking thing. I wonder where Marcus picked it up.